So just to show you, so this is what will fit in it currently. That's what goes in this enclosure. You can fit a full-size JL12W3 if you prefer that over a slim. And now with the spacer and some modifications, we can fit a 12W6. That is insane. All right. So these boxes keep getting crazier and crazier. People just, first you couldn't get even an 8 in a C8. Now we're trying to put in 12s. Now we're trying to put in a 12W6. Well, this is like the prototype, so we're just checking, but it fits. This is a 12W6. Now, we do have to do some changes, but with the spacer, with 3/4 inch spacer, you can get a 12W6 in the footwell. Now, we'll probably be redesigning this to get a little bit more airspace out of it, as well as so that it's further forward. Now, you'll lose a little bit more footwell space, but if you're running a 12W6, who needs a passenger? We're gonna have fun all by ourselves. Right. So just to show you, so this is what will fit in it currently. That's what goes in this enclosure. You can fit a full-size JL12W3 if you prefer that over a slim. And now with the spacer and some modifications, we can fit a 12W6. That is insane. You put a ton of power to this in that footwell, it will be absolutely ridiculous. Just to give you an idea, this is the 10W3 that currently fits in here. Look at this monstrosity, right? There's a slight gap difference, right? But it will physically fit. Now, just to show you how close that absolutely is, but there's still room behind the pole piece so that the woofer will breathe. And again, it physically fits. So the nice thing is, with adding an adapter like this, pretty much any woofer that has a similar mounting depth to a 12W6 will fit in this enclosure, assuming it's similar in depth and similar in the pitch of the motor structure, where the basket and the magnet, because the bottom of the box slopes up at an angle. You can see it there. It kind of slopes up at an angle, so it will still fit. The other thing that we're working on is a 10W6 semi-flush. You would have the woofer and it'd be the same a 12 style enclosure, which gives you more airspace because the woofer is not countersunk, and it will be surface mounted. And then there will be a version where the woofer is countersunk right to this edge. So to where the surround, the basket ends and the top profile begins. So, but again, a 10W6 in the footwell of a C8 Corvette with a ton of power, ridiculous. So we have another C8 enclosure kit going out to Michael in Texas. So he's got a beautiful C8 and he wants some bass in it. So he ordered a full setup from us. So what that includes is the enclosure. So this is the 10-inch TW3. It's got the grill. Once it's in the car, it literally looks like it came with the car itself. And then this is the grill, obviously all nice and finished. It's got our metal mounting pins to make sure that it's nice and secure. We have the amplifier, which is all set up and basically ready to go. One of the things I'm not a fan of is the bass knob normally just sticks straight out of the amplifier. And for me, you're just asking for that thing to get broken off. If something moves the wrong way, something hits it, there's a lot of strain on it and it'll damage it. So what we do is we source these 90 right angle adapters. So now look at the profile. We wrap the wires and we add this mounting bracket so that we can wire tie it. So everything is secure. It's not just kind of strung across. And then if you look at Robert's amazing handiwork, look at how well that's dressed. Isn't that just amazing? Everything is heat shrunk, so you know exactly what it is. This is your power, this is your ground, positive, your negative speaker wire, and then we make it into like one single harness so that it makes it kind of easy to mount it and route it all in one direction. We also pre-make you the fuse and everything. Same thing, it's all crimped, heat shrunk, braided, and ready to go. As you can see, it's all braided, heat shrunk, and here's your base knob. This is gonna be your sub wire. It'll have our PowerWorks connector on the end of it. And we kind of have everything preset short of the programming. Now, when you do get it, you do have to do a programming procedure because that's what fixes the base roll off. If you don't do that program procedure, it will still work, but it will not work at the level that you're expecting. You know, we've had a lot of people where they put it in and they're like, it sounds great. And then we have them do the program procedure and they're like, wow. I mean, it is a huge, huge difference. One of the main reasons we run this Kicker Key 501 is because it has the ability to fix the bass roll-off. So that feature is exactly why we run that amplifier, because it doesn't help you to have a much better, bigger amplifier if you're only getting a quarter or half of the power because you're not fixing the bass roll-off. It's like, okay, you can throw 1,000 watts at it, but if you're only getting 250 because the signal is being rolled off, it's useless. Now, if you have a 500 watt amp and you're getting the full capacity of it, you're getting 500 watts, right? So we always do things in order to fit the application. So this is as close to a plug and play kit as possible. There is still some work. The enclosure definitely plugs straight into the amp. The bass knob plugs in, all that, but you have to make 4 connections. So there's a power connection at the battery, a ground connection, which are, believe it or not, those are fairly easy because once you route the wires, they're 2 bolts, they're pre-terminated, you pop them on, they're done. And then the other 2 connections are the speaker input connections, which feed the signal to the amplifier. So in essence, you make 4 physical connections, 2 at the battery, 2 at the factory amp behind the enclosure, and run some wires and you're done. It can be a DIY kit if you're handy. We've had all kinds of people install it themselves, right? They made it a weekend project, and after a little bit of cursing and, you know, trying to squeeze in, because a C8 is not the easiest car in the world to work on. It's very low to the ground. You're on the passenger side, you know, but it's doable. It is 100% doable. Now, if you have a shop in your area that you trust, I would recommend that. So I'm always gonna recommend you to go to the professional just because they have the tools, they have the experience, they have the knowledge, they can get it all done for you. But if you're in a place where that's not possible or you're just not confident in the shops around you, you can do it yourself and we will walk you through it. So we offer tech support, even video tech support, you know? So if you have any issues, you can reach out to us and we'll literally walk you through it. And if you'd really like, you can ship us the car. So, you know, we have tons of clients that ship us vehicles and we do full-blown systems. You know, we have clients from all over the country. Feel free to reach out to us. Hey guys, Jerry from Showtime Audio. Guess what? Another C8 box. So this one's going out to George in Georgia. So we're doing the 10-inch TW3 enclosure, you know, with the grill, and he purchased our wiring kit from us. So that's your power fully dressed, ground fully dressed, the PowerWorks connector with the ferrules terminated, heat shrunk, all ready to go. This is for your input signal. And then these are the wedges which you use to install the enclosure. It's got the grill with the little pegs, and obviously, you know, it lines up. Once it's installed, you just pop it on there and it goes away. So just wanted to thank you, George. I mean, he's been patient. We got a lot of them going out. It's on the way to you just in time for spring and summer. So you'll be able to enjoy us. You'll have to let us know how you like it. So we got another C8 box. This one's going to Canada again. So this is our second one to Canada. Super grateful. We have clients from all over the place. Now this one, the client wants to use a Hertz MPS 300. So it's a different iteration. We just did the TW3 12-inch, and now we're gonna do the Hertz MPS 300. But like always, so we have the custom powder-coated metal brackets, our 5-foot whip with the connector, our PowerWorks connector on the enclosure itself, and then it's kind of wrapped up in here, but you see the other end of it so that you have enough wire for the sub itself. We take a lot of pride, ever since Dama called my baby ugly, and we fixed a lot of the seam lines. So there's 1-inch carpet all the way around. in essence finished inside, outside, face, everything. It's completely finished. And the only thing you see is this. You know, you don't see any of the sides, top, bottom, nothing. The only thing you see is the actual face of the enclosure. As you can see, it fits, right? So you can fit an MP, and we're gonna show you all the woofers that you can fit in a 12-inch with this configuration. So this configuration actually allows you to fit quite a few woofers. For all the kicker fans and all the L7 fans that I'm sure I'm gonna get the question, same thing. That thing will fit by the hair of its chinny chin chin. On this one, you may have to clearance it a little bit, but it will fit. So you can fit a 12-inch L7 in this enclosure, okay? And this is a little nuts. 12W6. So this is not the prettiest solution in the world, but with some custom, you know, you can make it look good. So with a 3/4 inch spacer on the face, now this could be obviously grafted, molded, it could be a double baffle. So if you wanted, this would be a double baffle. So in other words, the baffle, the part that the woofer mounts to, would not only be the 1/2 inch, but it would also be 3/4, right? So the face would be in essence an 1.25 inches thick, or you can make an adapter and kind of flare it out to the ends so that it kind of does this slight peak. Like in other words, because the thing is, the kick panel ends here. So anything you go further than this, the box is actually gonna look like it's sticking past the kick panel. So in order to avoid that, you could do the face and then kind of 45 or blend the edge so that it still meets up to that edge. On here, it doesn't matter as much because it's the side of the console. But on here, when you open the door, again, it's me being picky. Nobody's ever gonna see it. Nobody's gonna care, but I care, right? So if you 45 it or blend it out, it will still look like it meets the corner of the kick. So it'll still look as if it is part of the car. But check this out. 12W6 in the footwell of a C8 Corvette. So this is all the way I was testing them all, but I actually went out and sourced all the drivers except for the JL and the L7. But I sourced all the other drivers just to make sure. We don't guess, we test, right? So I'm a big believer in you need to be 1000% sure it fits, functions, all of it, right? So JL 12W6, Kicker L7, JL 12W3, MP 300, Type R, GTS, Encore, my favorite unobtainium woofer right now, and the MPS 300, plus the Alpine Type S, the Kicker Comp RT. You could get a Kicker Comp R, a VR, a Q Class. I mean, pretty much any of the Kicker drivers short of like a Solo X or any of the real crazy ones, right?
Visit our website at showtimeaudiochicago.com.